Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is meteorologist Brian Peters with your Weather Xtreme video for Thursday, June the 20th. Let's take a look back yesterday. I captured this shot from the Demopolis Skycam yesterday afternoon. It's just been glorious to see a nice blue sky instead of the kind of milky white we often see. And then I thought take a look at the dew point trend on my weather station yesterday, and you can certainly see how the dew points fell off into the 60s, and that was just enough to help create a very nice day with lowered humidity. The tropics heated up yesterday afternoon with the development of Tropical Storm Barry, just barely a tropical storm. The forecast is for it to be coming ashore. It probably is coming ashore right now. There's another little bit of a closer look at the satellite image, the infrared satellite image. For today, looks like a few clouds off and on in the sky, still a nice blue sky. There's a look at the Gadsden Skycam, and how about Birmingham? Still a nice sunny day in store for us. The frontal boundary that has been plaguing us over the last couple of days until yesterday when some drier air filtered in is down along the Gulf Coast. Looks like it should stay there today, so I don't think we'll see much in the way of showers around our area. We're still watching the development of the ridge off to our west, which is going to become the dominant feature in the weather pattern for the next several days. Temperatures across central Alabama this morning, generally around the 70-degree mark. We do have a little bit of a north to south gradient with kind of the mid-60s there at Gadsden and over towards Haleyville, and then we've got 72 down at Montgomery, so around the upper 60s, lower 70s. But it looks like the dew points are a little bit drier in the Tennessee River Valley. Because the frontal boundary is off to our south, it looks like the main focus for us will be these daily showers starting tomorrow and into the weekend. With the upper ridge building stronger, the main westerlies are off to the north, so slight risk for severe storms in the north central United States for day 1, for day 2, and again for day 3. So we're kind of out of the woods when it comes to severe, although even with these daily thunderstorms, one of them might become marginally severe. That's always a possibility, but I seriously doubt we'll see much of that. All right, here's the 06 EGFS model run, and I think you're going to like what you see as we get out to days 5 through 7 or so. There's a look at the surface map for today, and of course we can see the frontal boundary down along the Gulf Coast. Tomorrow, Friday, we see the ridge, the upper ridge building in, a pretty good trough over the northwest United States, extending down along the west coast. And once again, the frontal boundary appears to stay down to the south, but I think as moisture increases, we can't rule out an isolated shower or two. Sticking with the upper air pattern, there's the upper air pattern for Saturday, and the ridge is building in quite a bit stronger over the eastern half of the country. We see that on Saturday, and we also see it on Sunday. Yes, we've got some little short waves that are moving through the flow, but those appear to be far enough north that I don't think they're going to be a serious threat to us. We get to Monday. The ridge is still pretty strong there, but now we're beginning to see maybe just a slight amount of dampening. We notice a little bit more dampening on Tuesday, still the ridge with us, so once again, just daily shower possibility driven by the heat of the afternoon. On Wednesday, we're now beginning to see a fairly substantial change, and that change is that strong short wave that you see just to the west of the Great Lakes, and that short wave is expected to dig in on Thursday, and as it digs in across the Great Lakes, it's going to help to kind of force the ridge back to the west a little bit, and as it digs in, by the time we get to Friday, we should be more under that trough. Now, we're getting onto the edge of voodoo country here, so looking out into voodoo country, this is the 29th, Saturday, and you see how deep that trough is. Certainly an unusually deep trough for the summertime. However, with this kind of pattern, it means that we're likely to get a cold front that's actually going to make it all the way through the southeastern U.S. So, and the good news here is that in looking at the European is very much in agreement, actually maybe even a little stronger with the depth of the trough over the eastern half of the country than the GFS is. So certainly some optimism about this developing. We see that the pattern stays pretty sharp on the 2nd of July, and then as we get to the 5th of July, the pattern begins to weaken. But however, notice that there's kind of a little mischief there as we got a little upper low over the southeast coast of the U.S. So certainly some hope that the summer heat is going to be held off and held in check. Well, thanks for tuning into the Weather Xtreme video. Expect to have the next one posted first thing on Friday morning. Don't forget, we've got the National Weather Association's chapter meeting tonight at 7 p.m. at the BJCC. The link is on alabamawx.com, so be sure to come out. I hope that you have a great day, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.